Let's start off with Amazon and Alphabet, obviously one of the biggest buys and also the biggest sells.
I think it's important here that when we look at the technology industry at large, because we've seen a lot of selling of technology this year, what is being bought and what is being sold. And it is true that as of the data, as of right now, we have many thousands of funds really coming through. Alphabet, both shares are among the biggest sells that we're seeing through the third quarter. Remember, this data is on a lag, so what we're seeing is until the end of September. And so what you're seeing, the most recent price movements may not be reflected in a lot of these sales. Amazon, to your point here, is a big buy with a lot of big funds and also large asset managers, not just hedge funds alone, adding to the stakes themselves. But I think what's clear by seeing kind of this Amazon love is what you're seeing is a lot of funds that had taken off a lot of long exposure did come back into these beloved tech names into the third quarter as they saw a little bit more conviction in their trades.
We're also seeing ADRs coming back into favor.
I think that is a really fascinating, and we talk about just technology, big U.S. tech giants often, but let's talk about those ADRs. You saw, for example, Berkshire Hathaway get back into the Taiwan Semiconductor. Ticker SE, the ADR is among one of the most bought of the top 10 that is disclosed right now. So Alibaba is another one that you've seen some large hedge fund names get back into. So that conviction around Chinese ADRs in particular is starting to come back into the market a little bit, and you're seeing that flow through in the numbers in the third quarter. What happened after the third quarter will also be equally as interesting.
Yeah, you talk about getting back in. There's also kind of a bit of paring back, right? You mentioned Berkshire, obviously the biggest of the big funds, but also Tiger Global was quite interesting.
Absolutely, because you saw Berkshire, for example, with a lot less love in, for example, the big banking names buy some Jeffries. And then Occidental has been one of his biggest trades all year. We know that. So we have to kind of keep an eye on where people are buying idiosyncratic names. The Tiger Cubs, Co2, Tiger Global, they're important to look at because they are really identifying with a lot of the funds that have lost a lot of money this year, guys. And so you have to think about how much dry powder has been left off the table. If you take Tiger Global alone, with significant losses this year, there's only been 5 new adds to their portfolio in the third quarter. So really, when they are buying, it is a very little bit at a time. So it's not that anyone who's getting into the market is getting in at full scale, but there are some funds that have made some interesting new bets with some big conviction. Maverick, Lee Ainsley's a quintessential trader, one of the most well-known. He added many more new names during the third quarter. So you're seeing some traders really come to trade, and it is moving the market. You saw Maverick, for example, by adding Netflix and disclosing their Netflix buy after dumping previously, you did see traders follow them into Netflix once disclosed. So it is a trader's market once again. People are trying to turn their year around, but again, not everybody has the dry powder to do it.